24 hours because you may not make it to the mall. And I'm just wondering what you're going to do with the day. The reason why days often feel meaningless and mundane is because we are directionless. You're going to get some direction. I'm just wondering, what are you going to do in this next 24 hours than you did not do? I'm just wondering if you're going to level up 2 millimeters more than you did yesterday. Are you going to get better? Are you going to get stronger? Are you going to get wiser? Are you going to see this thing differently? I'm just wondering, when are you going to see the power of 24 hours that you did not have to wake up? That God did not have to give you another opportunity to be here. Another opportunity to forgive somebody. Another opportunity to let it go. Another opportunity to look up and get up. I'm just wondering, when are you going to seize the opportunity? Accept where you are. Get cognizant about your money. Get cognizant about your relationships. Where are you mentally? Where are you spiritually and emotionally and financially and economically? Are you driving what you had yesterday to drive? Where's your help? Where's your heart? Let's get aware and where we are. This is my day to read a new book. This is my day to start a journey. This is my day to make an investment. This is my day to invest in myself. This is my day, and this is my time, and it's my turn to close this day. This is the day I learn like I never have. This is the day I invest like I never have. This is the day I take it seriously. I got one window. I may not be here tomorrow. I've just wanted to feel a rise and see the opportunity. Get up, get up, get up. You've got a day to conquer. If the day is going to be good, I've got to heal from the mistakes that were made yesterday. I've got to believe that I don't have to make the same mistakes. It's time to heal. Today I heal. Today I heal from every mistake that is made. Today I heal from everything that I said that I could have said better, and everything that was said to me that I wish was never said. I heal today from the people that pushed me verbally but did not support me physically, that were never present. Today I heal. I heal. I heal from what I did not have. I heal from what I did have that I did not want. Today I heal. After we heal, we have the acknowledge what went wrong. What could I have done differently? What boundaries did I allow to be breached? Relationally, financially, with my investments, with my mindset. Where did I put my energy and I didn't get anything back in return? It's like investing in a vending machine with a sign on it that says out of order. I'm going to give this to many of us. Invest in people and places that are just simply out of order. This is why we're drained. This is why we're tired. This is why we're weary and we're doing. This is why the day is mundane and it's the same old, same old. Something's going to change with you. I'm just wondering if you're going to repeat the cycle. If the redundancy of mediocrity is going to continue. We've got purpose and we've got fulfillment and we've got destiny breathing down our next. Let's accept the truth. This is the only way the day matters, is if we get aware of what's happening. What's going on? What has my attention? Do I have the attention span of a time learn? What's happening? Why is the truth so important? You have to have the truth to have a starting point, and your true self is found in that very uncomfortable zone. We all look for toughness. We all want it. But we look for in a comfortable environment. You will not find a way to do that. You will not find toughness in a comfortable environment. Those of you who are listening to this, you will not find it. The only way you find it is to drown yourself in a position where you're just out of sorts. When you can't swim and you're drowning, you're drowning. When you say no to them, that, once you come face to face with who you are, you have a starting point. It's in our head saying, you know what, man? Dude, you're not doing shit. You're wasting a bunch of percentage here. In this other 80% is suffering, pain, failure, self-doubt, darkness, and then a whole bunch of light. But to get to this light, you got to go to all of this shit. You're not succeed. You're not cheap. It's because you're pretty going that dirt place to find yourself. You're setting goals. You know you can reach. And when you do that, that fear that it's a security, that doubt, that's where you grow. You must always set goals. And you think you cannot achieve. And then you get better. Now while clock goes off at 4 or 5 in the morning, your mind says no. You just say, this is what we do. It's what we do now, because to get to where you want to go, the amount of pain involved, the amount of mental pain, of how many times you're going to have to do something that you don't want to do to get to where you want to go. Every day you must ask yourself, did I do enough? And then once you do this over and over and over again, it becomes like breathing. I don't want to live this lifestyle, but to get to the other side of this, I have to. So if you really want it, you realize what trying is and what trying is not. I know what it's like to be an underdog. I know what it's like to be laughed at. I know what it's like to have a dream and have no one believe in you. It means nothing. It's all in your blood. To see these people, the ones who laughed at you or told you that you can't, they aren't you. They don't have to wake up every day and feel how you feel. They don't have to hate the reflection they see in the mirror looking back at them. They don't have to go to bed at night, even empty, because there's something they desperately want. That's you, and that's on you. So do something about it. You weren't born to live second-rate existence. You weren't born to your dreams. Your hopes and your aspirations pass you by. You're born to fly. You have to go in the 2023 with the mindset that you're going to win. That no one and nothing, not even your fears, can stop you from becoming the person you desire to become. Y'all want to work on your goals and your dreams. We've been working all year round. So now, even though your internal dialogue is screaming, you're going to grind for something more. You just want to rest. It's time to step into the shoes you were meant to wear. It comes to us as the people. We may not all think the same, but we all have the ability to come together and love. No more. Always submit. No more. We'll always say we're going. You're not done yet. Your life is still here. You won't accomplish your goals by living in that glass cage you built around you that limit you for realizing your potential. The time is now and you must follow the rules. I must take action. I must come up with a plan. I must execute it. I must get everything I have and I cannot, will not stop until I achieve my goal. So get up. It's time to fight. Will it be easy? No. But nothing worth having ever came easily. Instead of the path of least resistance, I started choosing the path that most resistors to prepare myself for the journey that was going my way. And you realized you hard work. You can outwork anybody. How bad as they are. It starts with yourself, man. You've got to start diving into those things that you are afraid of. You don't gain confidence by going to a spot that makes you feel good. It's going to be a false reality. In the second life, give you that challenge. All you want to do is go back to what gave you confidence. Is that happy spot? No. What gave me confidence was been in years at a kitchen table trying to learn how to read it right all my own, realizing I can't learn the regular. I can't, but I can't learn. What gives you confidence not being afraid is overcoming the fear. That's what gives me confidence is facing these things, overcoming them, and having to overcome them every day. But facing them and facing them and facing them. Pretty soon like this, no one meant this in my entire time. It's not in that comfort zone. It's in the discomfort zone, is where my confidence is getting built. That's where it's getting built. Happiness, peace, enlightenment. It's all up here, man. It's all up here. He's going to go and face it. And that's the harbor. The physical standard is not what they need to meet. It's a mental standard you must meet in life. That's how I live my life. I now know that there is no cap on the human mind. There's no cap. We cap in ourselves. The most people quit. I had to start it. And when you take that mindset and you learn to flip that around, that's what made me powerful. There my body, follow? And so I said, I want to do this. I'm going to give myself a challenge every single day until the fear goes away. And I feel like that's what more of us should be doing. I'm hearing that that's what you live your life. It's all it is, man. And it helps me feel so much more confident. When you overcome that fear, I'm saying this doesn't have control of me anymore. It's like you can be at such more peace. A lot of us speaking Hollywood. I used to speak Hollywood. I don't do anything. Everything that comes on my head is substance. It's real. We all had these feelings in our bodies and our minds and our souls. I act online. A lot of us who are afraid of something, we allow our minds to choose and path that these resistance. So we go different route. I'm afraid of something that's telling me you must do that. Life is one big mind game, and you play it with yourself. You cannot lose perspective of where you've come in life. I'm trying to give people a different thought process of life where failure, hell, disappointment, discomfort, it's a great learning tool, and many people don't understand that. But if these few moments in life that you have, like for me, I always talk about it. Rocky won round 14. That one 2 minutes and 13-second clip of Rocky getting up with a problem knocked him down. That one clip, and I was going through a very bad time in my life. I saw what I wanted to be, and it wasn't a guy that won. It wasn't a guy that won everything he did. It was a guy that kept getting up after being knocked down. So I realized that 2 minutes and 13 seconds changed my life. So I saw something that I needed to be in the world I was living in. Maybe my story will give someone the 2 minutes and 13 seconds they need to change their life. Everybody's got a story. We don't share on social media. We share our nice life on social media. We all have a dungeon on this room to talk about mine. Mental topics isn't something that you sample. It's something that you live in every day. Whenever hardness comes and you know what it is, it may be different for you than it's for me, but you go back to your insecurities. And then you go back to your insecurities. You live for comfort. With illness, insecurities. And we all look for that cookie that your mom needs to give you when you were sad, when you were sick. We look for our wife or our husband. We look for comfort. It's in no more moments. You must retrain your mind to think differently in hell. The mental status, you must know how far you've come. I walk in the room now and I know that hours and years and decades I put in the day of the guidance. That's something. It's not on the wall. It's not a trophy on the wall. It's not a melody on your neck. I don't care how you perceive day of the guidance, because through my journey I figured out the one piece I was missing. I thought it was cars. I thought it was women. I thought it was mud. I thought it was everything. The one piece I was missing was me having the courage to face myself. We're on top of work at the front. Was the hours I had to spend learning this. When you sit down and you're not smart, you have a disability, and you still want to be the top of your class. I didn't want to get by. When I realized that I can learn to hard work and I can be deviled at the toy in the school, I got put in 10 hours more a day than he does. You know what kind of strength comes from that? When you're sitting down that guy that veiled at 20s for an hour and you know I caught you. I had the work ethic to catch you. That's where David Ganges got really invented. It was at a kitchen table with 20 spiral notebooks that were empty. And then there were 4. And when you can go through that, I have my master word. You go through these spiral notebooks of your life, and you're like, this is how I learned. It's unbelievable. It wasn't until I got real sick in my life. I got real quiet. I went from one of the 2 hours and the 5 miles and 39 hours so I couldn't get out of bed. I like to take it from me. And that's when I realized I hadn't taken time thinking about what I'd done in my life. I took all these things, but there was no finish line. I finished a race of life. Now when you receive my mail, I go on. I get in the car and I go. When I started figuring out life that I was even so much than 10 months or less my guy had. I was just dumb fat kid being bullied. And now my house, an 80-pound person, lost a house in a 6 pounds in less than 3 months. Learn to read. Learn to do this one, do that. I was like, I need more. I was feeling my mom and everything. And I never took time to say, my God, you came from this hill and you're here. I'd come 8,000 miles from my starting, but if you never know that, you're still in the 7-hour-a-month place. So it's that quiet place. It's that place by yourself. It's those hours, years and decades by yourself in the grip of life. When life has you by the throat and choking you out and you're sitting there calm because you're trying to figure it out. You're not panicking. You're not quitting. You're not throwing the towel. You're saying there's a way around this. And when you figured out when life has you gripped in a vice and you can figure that out, that's when you overcome. That's when you overcome. The journey getting there was harder than going on doing. You know? So that's the whole thing about life. It's that journey that makes you really want. Today we gotta ghost everyone. Anyone that ever doubted us. Anyone that ever lied to us and told us that they believe in our vision. We got to reset. We live in a culture of business, distraction, and noise. And sometimes the only way something's going to change is if we disappear. We gotta focus on the reason why we started everything. Why we woke up early in the morning to grind. Why we cried those tears. We wanted the world to say yes, but everyone continued to say no. You see, you gotta forget about the dog. Can you unplug from people's ideas, from people's agendas, from people's viewpoints and perspective of you and life? Can you unplug? Forget about the dog that told you that you didn't have what it takes to beat your greatest. We got to reset. What if you didn't just shut out every distraction? What if you just shut up the world for just a season and focus on you? You have to disappear and put the world in. You come back and shock everybody that doubting you. You gotta understand the power of being alone. Let's go back into the darkness. For all the greatness was created. For all the more the things that was created. Let's get back to the begin. Because only being where you hear the thoughts of the greats, we celebrate everything. So we celebrate critical figures and innovators and actors. We praise them and claim them our heroes. And we follow them by the millions. We love with a new in public, but you don't know the story behind the glory. You don't know the blood. You can see the tears that they cried, the prayers that they prayed. You count this weeks when they went without sleep to get where they are. I'm just wondering if this anybody knew that it's really to go. We deposit in the dark room that prepares us and he grips us for the stages of destiny. Rise, let's ghost everyone.